What's up with everybody? It's your man Mario B.
And Nicole.
I'm back at some more reaction videos, man. What are we reacting to?
The most dangerous prison inmates in the world.
Dang,
Sounds kind of crazy.
dangerous prison inmates in the world. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah,
this is gonna be.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot of dangerous ones, and I'm sure some that's not dangerous. Maybe it's cool people.
True, very true.
You know, but
yeah,
man, I
this
can't
is
imagine.
Be probably kind of intense.
Yeah,
if these are the most dangerous, then I feel like there are probably gonna be a lot of people that have been convicted of murder. So
yeah, probably they murderers and stuff like that. But yeah, man, we definitely looking forward to checking this out. Look, man. Hit up to our Patreon, man. We got a Patreon. The link is in the description down below, man. Yeah. What we doing over there?
Movie reactions.
Movie reactions.
Yep.
We already did Star Wars.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the Star Wars right now.
Yeah, we did Silence of the Lamb, man. So look, if you just want to support the channel, go over there and sign up for Patreon.
See what you can get.
Yeah, man. But let's dive right into this video.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 most dangerous prison inmates in the world. We all know that prisons are one scary place, mainly because of who's in them. We all see bad criminals in newspapers from time to time, but these are the scariest and most dangerous prison inmates you don't even know about.
Yeah.
Before we get coming in at number 10, we have the real Pennywise.
What?
We all know the hit book, miniseries, and now movie It. It is about a clown that goes around scaring kids and taking their lives. This is good for a fright, but it's all fiction, right? Well, not exactly, because back in the 1980s, which is when the It movie was set, there was a real-life version of Pennywise. The guy was called John Wayne Gacy, and he was, on the surface, a normal husband and father. But he had a crazy secret life. He began to dress up as a character he called Pogo the Clown.
So did Pennywise come out? Well, I mean, the movie came out before, or was he killing people before?
I'm not sure, because it said that the movie was set. I'm not sure. I really don't know.
But it was a book first. It was a book first, so it could have been a book before.
But it said that the book was set in the 80s, so I'm not sure. I really don't know what was out first.
Maybe got inspiration from Pennywise, probably.
It could be.
Pogo was supposed to be like Bozo, but as I said, this guy's more like Pennywise. That is because he would volunteer at children's parties. During this time, he would take as many kids as possible and then take their lives. They found missing people in his crawl space inside his house and in a nearby river. He's gone down as one of the most scary and most dangerous criminals to ever exist. Luckily, he's locked up behind bars today, but this still doesn't change how terrifying he really is.
Yeah, what's it today?
I'm pretty sure this guy's put a lot of people off clowns forever. Next up is Lobster Boy. This criminal is very odd and has lived one of the most odd lives ever lived. His real name is Grady Franklin Stiles Jr. He was nicknamed Lobster Boy thanks to a condition that's common in his family. He went into the carnival at the age of 7
as he was probably not treated well
to his hand.
He
later got married to another carnival performer, but as he aged, he became angry and drank way too much, which caused him to turn evil. He was horrible to his wife and 4 kids, 2 of which had hands like he did. When one of his kids...
I don't know how drinking made him turn evil. He just was drinking, probably, to cope with depression. I think it's probably
the drinking and a combination of,
but to make him evil, though, he probably drunk to cope with what he was going through.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's the combination of drinking anger at everything or whatever.
You think because it was his hands?
I mean, if you were mistreated your entire life...
I mean, if he was mistreated, I definitely understand. If people made fun of him, mistreated him, I can understand what made him go to those extreme measures. But...
I mean, you don't even know what it can do to a woman's psyche.
It does.
Without the odd hand, grew up and got married, he became jealous and shot her husband in the face. He went to prison but was released years later. He then began to say he would do the same thing he did to his kid's husband to his wife, as she'd got remarried when he was locked up. But his wife didn't want to take any chances, so she paid another carnival worker $1,500 to take him out. Nobody came to his funeral, and on his grave was just his name and 2 praying hands. Wow, those
he was born in 1913.
Next up is Eyeball Man. This is not only one of the scariest and most dangerous criminals, but he's also one of the scariest looking men on this planet.
What did he do to his
In 2012, he was arrested for shooting a cop in a bathroom argument. Now that's bad enough, but that isn't what brought him media attention. What brought him all this attention was the scary tattoos he had all over his face. He's obsessed with tattoos and has over 20 just on his face. But his face isn't the only place he has tattoos.
He has on his eyeball.
Has a tattooed black eyeball, which is why many people call him Eyeball Man.
How does that even work?
His real name is Jason Barnum, and he is one scary looking guy. From his Facebook photos, we can also see this guy has tattoos all over his entire body. Not only that...
Guys, how does that even work? You know what I'm saying? Because, how can you get a tattoo on your eye? I mean, Won't they like messed up your retina and stuff?
Well, I mean, I think it's the white of his eyeballs, so it's not gonna mess up the actual lens part. But it still seems like a dangerous thing.
That will really hurt, man. That'd be painful, man.
That's crazy.
That he's got a giant skull tattoo on the top of his head, so maybe he should be called Skullman instead. This guy looks so scary, even if he hadn't committed a crime, I think he'd still make this list. I know you shouldn't normally judge a book by its cover,
I was gonna say, we don't really know how dangerous he is.
Yeah, you should never judge him because how he
Coming up next is the Red Ripper.
Ew.
This guy's nickname is the Red Ripper. It's a parody of Jack the Ripper, who took the lives of hundreds of women in England.
I heard they never did catch him.
And the red part is because this guy's from Rostov and the Soviet Union, which is now Russia. His real name is Andrei Chikatilo, and he took the lives of over 52 women and children over a span of 12 years.
What's up with these guys always killing women?
For many years and was in and out of jail. But there was never enough evidence to convict him of anything serious. Finally, after a police snare in 1990, he was caught and confessed to taking 36 people's lives. But this was found to be an understatement, and he was convicted of doing this to 52
what is
people
up with
in
y'all, man?
1992.
What is
However,
up with y'all?
the Russian
Serial
police wanted
killers
him
have
to
an
get some
interesting
karma, so they
psyche.
took his life as a punishment.
Oh,
I'm not
they
trying
took
to make
him
fun
out.
of anyone's
The
appearances
Russian
here
police.
either, but this guy looks seriously creepy as well.
Yeah.
He has
Just looks
eyebrows
like a
that look
typical
like.
James Bond villain, don't you think?
Kind of, yeah.
Next up is Monster.
Monster?
Now,
There's a
very good reason
movie
I'm
off
calling
of
this
it.
woman a monster.
Oh, yeah?
That's because she is so evil, it's Hollywood worthy. A movie was
Yeah.
made about her and her crimes, and Charlize Theron won many awards for playing her in the movie Monster. Her real name is Aileen Wuornos, and she's one of the only women on this list. But don't worry, ladies, this is a good thing, as she is awful. She took the lives of 7 men between the years 1989 and 1990. She unfortunately did have a pretty rough childhood, but that still didn't stop people from being seriously angry when her crimes came to light in 1991. She was arrested and confessed to everything 4 days later. She remained in jail for about 11 more years until she passed away herself thanks to the jury vote. In court, she was acting crazy and freaked out all the jurors and even the judge. The reason she got such a harsh sentence is because she showed absolutely no remorse and said she would happily do it all again. Next up is our contestant. This is not only one of the most scary and dangerous men ever, but one of the creepiest. His name is Rodney Alcala, and he took the lives of 5 women in the 1970s. But he subsequently admitted to doing this 34 more times. And now cops believe he's done this more than 140 times across the USA after
what is up with these guys, man?
But the creepy thing about this guy that he will always be remembered for is appearing on a game show called The Dating Game. And believe it or not,
I do remember hearing about this guy,
He was introduced by the host as a photographer, which is creepy, as he would lure his victims, who were mainly models, to him by saying this. In the show, the woman would ask questions to a bunch of guys to determine which guy was the best to go out with according to the audience. One of the women, named Cheryl's question, said, "What's the best time?" He replied, "Nighttime, because night is the only time there is, and night is when things really get good." There were a lot more creepy answers to questions I won't even get into. But in the end, she said he was too creepy to go out with despite him winning. Talk about good judgment.
Thing she didn't go out with.
Right, thank God she said that.
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah, she definitely dodged it.
Next up is Underwear Strangler. What? As you can tell by this guy's name, he is seriously strange.
I'm not sure if
this
I know
guy's
this
real
one.
name is Johann Unkendwagen, but he went as Jack. He's Austrian, and ever since his youth, he was in and out of jail for petty theft and things like that. But in 1974, he changed for the worse. He strangled a woman with her own bra until she passed. He then did this to around 40 more women.
People
and
use
then
all
moved
type
to
of
LA
weapons
where
to
he
like
did it
kill
some
people.
more. He got caught, but was somehow freed from prison. But then
How?
to do it 4 more times.
4 more times?
The LAPD stopped him, and he was given a life sentence.
Yeah,
The creepy
dude.
thing about this guy is he was writing for magazines during all this, and people didn't even know it was him writing. Imagine
You know the thing, people always blend in. Some criminals are smart, they'll blend in, and you'll never think they do these type of things behind closed doors.
That's what's so dangerous about a serial killer. A lot of times they're just normal, everyday human beings that blend in, and like people that knew them were like, "He was the nicest person." You have no idea.
Yeah, like
what's going on behind them.
what was it, Jeffrey Dahmer?
Was
it him?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was like a ladies' man, and you never would have thought, man.
Favorite columnist doing something like this. I don't know about you, but that would really freak me out.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
even after he went to jail, he was still writing in his cell. He was in prison for around 4 years, but then chose to take his own life by a similar method he used on other people. I guess that's karma for you.
Guess he couldn't take it no more.
Next up is Human Plague. This is a nickname nobody wants to have, unless perhaps you're Mary Malone.
Right?
This woman holds the all-time record for taking the most lives accidentally. She was a cook.
Accidentally?
Oh, I've heard of this, yep.
Too. But everywhere she went, a terrible scenario seemed to play out. Within 2 weeks of any place she became a cook at, all of the residents or workers developed serious conditions.
Yep.
And as healthcare back then wasn't so great, a huge amount of people ended up passing away. She was investigated by the police
She'll clean her hands
as they spotted a very obvious pattern of this happening over 20 times. But Mary denied doing anything to the food and said it was all one big coincidence. Well, it turned out Mary herself was very ill. She knew this and caused all the food to become bad and give others illnesses. She claimed she had no idea about it. She was treated and then lived freely outside of jail. And the police actually acted like she was a victim because she was sick. But in a diary entry found decades later, she revealed she knew about her condition the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch out for your lunch, ladies, kids. Next up is...
Hold on, man. So
She was a cook.
yeah, no, but what type of illness did she have?
I don't know. I don't remember if I've ever heard or not. But yeah, she was a cook. And so, like, she would basically poison the people.
Yeah. So I'm guessing she'd get fired, go to another job.
Exactly.
Boom, get fired. You would think they would have caught on with their pattern.
It wasn't just get fired, but the families would get sick and die.
Yeah, man, there's no
They
what
did
type
it.
of
They said they investigated her because it was an interesting pattern.
There's no what
but
type of
then-
disease that she had, man, because he never said
Yeah,
like what
I
she
don't
was sick
remember.
from.
I know I've heard that case before.
Dang, girl, you killed a lot of people, man, just by being sick.
BTK.
BTK.
This guy's real name is Dennis Rader, but the authorities and the media called him BTK.
Look at his eyebrows, man.
I'm not gonna go into what that means, but suffice to say, it ain't nice.
No.
Between 1974 and 1991, he took the lives of at least 10 people in Kansas, USA. Much like the Zodiac, he would taunt and tease the police with letters mocking them for not being able to catch
What
him.
the-
But these
Yeah.
letters actually led to his eventual arrest in
Yeah,
2005.
I figured.
But the kicker is how they found out the BTK was Dennis. He sent them a floppy disk with a message making fun of the police who couldn't catch him. But from that, they extracted a deleted file about his church, as he was an avid member surprisingly. They then used DNA evidence of him on the floppy disk and at the
Got
church
caught.
and finally tracked him down and arrested him. He was found
Oopsie.
guilty of 10 people's passings and was sentenced to jail time in 2005. And this criminal is still behind bars today. But don't worry, the judge
Being a
says
dumb criminal.
he's never coming out.
Yeah.
Next up is Hands On. This man is famous
Hands
as
On.
he took over 5,000 lives just by using his hands, hence the
What?
nickname Hands On. His real name was Sol
5,000?
Fiklar, and he was around during the Ottoman Empire. He took an average of 4 lives per day for 5
What?
years. But how did he do it with his bare hands? Well, it was all by strangling. Believe it or not, he did this to every person, and it worked every time. He was either very strong or very skilled, but he's definitely a madman. This one is pretty historic, going all
So
the way
he's
back
went
to
out,
the Ottoman
okay,
Empire,
I'ma choke
but
somebody.
they were terrible
Right.
I'ma choke
back
somebody.
then
Like
too,
4
I
per
guess.
day.
He
Yeah.
had no motive, or at least no known motive, and historians say he would make an amazing athlete today. But to top it all off, he actually worked for the ruler of the Ottoman Empire at the time and was their royal gardener. But he never went after the ruler or anyone of much importance. Maybe that's one tangle he knew he wouldn't have won.
Yeah. So he was like, all right, let me go kill somebody today. Choke,
I know,
choke,
yeah, I
choke.
mean, who knows what possesses you to just kill 4 people unless you were like a hired assassin, but even then, 4 days is
Yeah.
a lot. Like, there's no way.
I just got done cutting the grass, man. I finna get ready to go, take somebody out, man, right now. For a day. That is crazy, man. 5,000 people. No, it never said who it was. It could have been like mostly women. Maybe it could have been men, but I would think it was mostly women and maybe kids. He was strangled probably.
I don't know, maybe, but they also said that he was probably really strong, so I think he definitely
Yeah.
could have taken out other men.
Yeah, this is definitely pretty interesting,
Super
man.
interesting. Got into some of the serial killer realm.
Yeah,
which
man.
I definitely heard of several of these.
Yeah, but that woman, man, was was just sick, just killing people.
I know, right?
She knew she was sick, so she knew what she was
She
doing.
knew, but she made it seem like she didn't know she was sick and didn't know what was happening. But
Yeah.
she did know. Well, the theory is that she did know.
Yeah.
Later, but.
Yeah, man, but it was pretty interesting, man. Man, these dangerous inmates, man, in the world, man. We be having some crazy people in this world, man.
Yes,
They're
there
just,
definitely are.
man. But yeah, man. Hope you enjoyed the reaction, man. Again, man, head over to our Patreon and sign
check
up.
it out.
Support the channel. But going in this video, don't forget to subscribe.
And thumbs it up.
Turn on notifications. It's your memory B.
And Nicole.
I'm gonna catch you on the next 1,000. Peace and love.